Again with Jade Lotus. Today we're going to talk about the Taoist healing sounds and why they're important. So Jade, tell us about the healing sounds. Why do we need to do them? What is their power?
Okay, so Chinese medicine and Taoism understands that emotions are things that actually they exist in our organs. So they're like energy vibrations existing inside our organs. Like an example we can give, like if you feel love for a person, you're going to say, I feel love in my heart, you know. Similarly, if we feel worry, the worry we feel it in our stomach, you know. You can even notice, like after someone's been drinking too much, they can often get angry outbursts, and that's actually because it's unbalancing the energy in their liver. So Chinese medicine is basically based on this premise that the health of the organs has a huge amount to do with our emotions and what's going on with the emotional energetic vibrations within our organs. Okay, so Taoists figured out 6 sounds which help to basically heal and transform like negative emotions. So Taoism accepts all emotions. They don't put sort of negative emotions as being bad emotions that need to be demonized. But what we do understand is like negative emotions can build up very, very fast, you know, because we're on the earth is negatively charged, so the negative is going to build up very, very quickly. We never need to worry about sort of increasing our sort of anger or fear or something like that, because it's there quite fine on its own, you know. So what we're actually doing is we're transforming the negative into the positive, so that we have a balance between negative and positive in our bodies, which is the perfect state of health. So if we start, for example, let's start with our lungs. So in our lungs we can say like it's the element of metal, and this brings us the negative emotion, which is feelings of loss, grief, sadness, and the positive, which is feelings of appreciation, feelings of courage and sincerity. So those positive feelings will always allow us to overcome the negative, but sometimes we need a little bit of extra something to just transform those negative emotions, you know, out of the body. So there are sounds here. Now if we start off with our lungs, okay, so when we do the lungs, let's put the hand over the lungs, bring our attention into the lungs, and we're going to take a breath in, and we're going to bring in the white color of the metal element, and we're going to bring in those feelings of courage, sincerity, and appreciation. And as we've come into our lungs, we're going to exhale out, and we're going to breathe out feelings of sadness and feelings of loss, and we're going to use the sound so that's like just SSS, like a snake sound, you know? And we can use those sounds like say 3 times, you know? And also sometimes it helps when we have like stored in our body like a negative memory, for example, you know, a way to get rid of it. We can actually go with our eyes, and similar to like what happens in REM during sleep, during dream state, when we're transforming like, you know, and processing what's happened to us, like including negative experiences. We can move our eyes with the eyes shut from right, left, right, left.
At the same time as doing this?
Right, left. You can do it at the same time, or you can do it at a different time, okay, you know, depending on what works for you. And as you use that sound, and you use the eye movement, and you can also make your eyes roll in anti-clockwise circles as well. Right. And that helps to, what it does is, we'll still have the bad memory, but it disconnects the emotion. So instead of remembering, you know, that guy was horrible to me, and I feel like really, really hurt about it, we can be like, oh yeah, I remember that happened, but it's okay, you know. So
you could think of bad things while you're doing the anti-roll?
Exactly.
Good idea too.
Bring those bad things into mind, and do the either anti-clockwise circles or the left, right, and it will help to clear them out.
Cool.
Yeah.
So should we roll out 3 rounds of the lung?
Okay, so let's breathe in. We're going to breathe in, bringing courage, sincerity, and appreciation. And then we're going to breathe out with the sound. And we can also use this sound, like if you've gotten out of breath, for example, if you have a cough, if you're sick, you have asthma, you have difficulties breathing, coronavirus, sick, any kind of thing with your lungs, use that sound, and that sound is incredibly healing, you know, for your lungs. Okay? And then if we move like next to our liver, so if you just put your hand over your liver, rub your liver, connect with your liver. It's actually very useful to like either look at anatomy pictures online, or to look at anatomy pictures online, or even buy an anatomy book and basically actually get to know like our organs and what the organs look like, you know, where
So
they
you can
are in our
imagine it
body,
easier if you were looking
have
at
a
it.
relationship with them, remember the colors, remember the elements. So the liver is the element of wood, it's the green color. So let's just smile to the liver, and we're going to breathe in feelings of kindness, forgiveness, gratitude, and we'll just breathe those into the liver. Breathe in green light. And then we're going to breathe out feelings of anger, frustration, and jealousy. And we're going to use the sound.
So back to the liver.
So it's just, like quiet. And so just smiling to your liver and just feeling that lovely green energy. Smiling and feeling the energy spreading, feeling those feelings of kindness, benevolence, and then breathing out the feelings of anger with the And if you have a hangover, you're feeling moody, use this sound, you know, to help your liver get back healthy again. Same if you've got some liver problems like cirrhosis or, you know, some pre-fatty deposits in the liver and so on that people have. Use those sounds, and absolutely they're physically healing on the body as well, you know? Okay? So then if we move the attention over now to the stomach spleen on the other side, and we can smile to the stomach and the spleen, which is where the element of earth lives, and that's a yellow color, and it's the positive feelings are the feeling of trust. So we can breathe in those feelings of trust, breathe in the yellow light, and then we're going to blow out of our stomach those feelings of worry and mistrust, and we're going to blow them out with the sound. So give them a good blow, and you can even move your body with it and use your intention. Give it a good blow out of your body. And breathe in the yellow light. Breathe in the feelings of trust. This is also a great thing to use if you're having sort of indigestion, you know? And it's good to just use it sort of three at a time. Yeah? And then if we move our attention back to the kidneys, and we smile to the kidneys, and we can find in the kidneys they're connected with the amygdala, with the sort of, you know, primordial feelings of, let's say, flight or fight, fear, connected also with the adrenal glands. You know, our traumas are also stored in the kidneys, and they relate to the water element and to the blue color. So we can just smile there to the kidneys, and we can feel that feeling of peacefulness, you know, and we can breathe in blue light, breathe in calmness and tranquility. And then the sound of the kidneys, it's a bit like an ocean, and like the word chew all at once. So if you just breathe in, and then so really important to just feel the vibration in the organ. You know, and just really create the vibration. It's good to start doing it with quite a strong sound, and then you can just learn to create the vibration without making too much of a sound at all. So make sure it's different from the liver, which is and you're a real like a kind of a cascade of a wave, you know? And then if we come to our heart, which is the home of love in our body, the desire and the ability to connect, and we can smile to our heart, and we can get that feeling of love, patience, joy, happiness. And we can just breathe red light into our heart and feel that red light. And then the sound for the heart to get those negative emotions out of the heart. So that can be feelings of hatred, impatience, cruelty. Often it's actually cruelty and hatred we're projecting in towards ourselves. So self-cruelty, self-hatred, self-sabotaging. You know, these energies can be stored in our heart. So again, breathing in and making the sound. So the sound is like H-A-W, a bit like hawthorn. So just blowing out like and we can even notice that if we make the sound ha and we put the hand there, so so that's coming from the heart and the fire element, which is in the heart. And then we use the sound for the kidneys, which is coming there for the water element, and we can really notice the difference of the temperature, that there's often problems with the heart and even like anxiety and panic attacks is actually caused by like a build-up of like heat in the heart. So that sound is helping to get the heat out of the heart, because too much heat in the heart causes heart problems. Absolutely, if you have any kind of heart problems, use this sound. The same with kidney problems, use the kidney sound. The problem, kidneys suffer from cold, so what we're doing is we're blowing the excess cold out of the kidneys.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
That's really interesting. That's
Yeah.
powerful. So you run us
Yeah.
through how the emotions are linked in with the sounds,
Yeah.
and how to do them properly,
Yeah.
and to do at night time. Was the ideal time? Was it at night time?
Well,
or any
it's a
time?
great thing if you're not able to sleep well, do it at night time. I mean, I love personally to walk in the forest and sit under a tree and do it. I find it so amplifies the effect that you get out of it, you know. But any time, and you know, if you're walking along and you feel angry about something, just use the sound, use it a couple of times, meditate with your liver, bring in that green energy and the feelings of kindness and forgiveness. You know, use the sound, or if you're got something ahead of you that's causing you to have worry and so on, you know. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like it. You can combine it with inner smiling in a way.
Yeah,
to look at
exactly.
your organs and then also do the sound with it. So.
Exactly, like you normally do, combine the smiling with the sounds. Yeah.
Cool. That's very powerful. Thanks, guys, for
Yeah.
watching. This was the Inner Smile demo with Jade Lotus and her scale for Harry. So thank you.